Hello! I just had a great interview this morning and then I thought, no one interviews me, so I have to do it by myself. And here I am. I'm going to interview myself around leadership this time. So, Sonia, can leadership skills be learned? Well, I believe in learning, lifelong learning. And so I believe, yes, the leadership skills can be learned, although they will vary from industry to industry, and there is a need for experience and knowledge in that specific field. However, the most important skills of a leader today, I believe, are associated to people management and people mastery. And you can refer to some experts to help you in that space. And because I'm a coach, I would strongly recommend you that you contact one that can help you with that aspect of your journey. If you're planning to become a leader in your field, or if you already are and you want to improve. Second question, Sonia. Is there something in your career that you've done and that you would advise future leaders not to do? Well, I think one of the things that I will certainly do less in the future is doing things by myself, wanting to do everything. A little bit because I am passionate about learning, and so I want to know how to do things. And secondly, because it is inevitably easier sometimes to want to avoid having to deal with people. It is difficult to deal with people again. So how many times have I thought, no, I'm gonna do this by myself. I prefer, instead of having to ask and explain and follow up. So this is one thing I'm planning to work on and improve in future, and I would advise everyone to work on as well. Get help. What is a special moment which defined your career, Sonia? A special moment was when, soon after graduated, I was asked to help a professor in the US on a project, on a research over a software to analyze three-dimensional dams, and that project was really exciting. I enjoyed every moment. It was really challenging. I had to work very hard, long hours. It was something I had to learn a lot about. I was not a specialist in that field at the time. I had to fight with IT engineers, and I won my battles, many of them. And so this is why I particularly love that. It was really difficult, and I must say, people who know me know that I love my challenges. Next question. What is your personal attribute that helped you shape your career the most? I believe my personal attribute, among others, because I've got lots of personal attributes that help me not to pass unnoticed. One of them is my creativity, I guess. I tend to look for different solutions to classic problems. I have this need to solve things in the classic way, in the old way, and wanting to attempt a new way as well. Various times I have taken the two methods, and I took the risk to jump on a new method, knowing that in case that didn't work, I had to have something anyway to present to my managers, and so many times I would have to work longer hours to produce that classic solution as well, in case the novelty didn't work. But the novelty was always the most exciting part of it. And a few times they led me to great solutions as well. Do you dare try new things? It's good when it works. And when it doesn't work, it's good as well, because you've learned something. Then, next question. Sonia, are you ready? I am. What is the thing that terrifies you the most? The thing that terrifies me the most is not making a difference, passing unnoticed, that my work isn't relevant to a certain project, and I really passed doing things that everybody else could have done. I'm terrified by this. I really want to leave a mark and to discover something new, and to add on what others do. Yes, I think that's what terrifies me the most at the moment. Once perhaps it was driving. What makes you tick? What makes me tick? New things, anything new. I jump on anything new. I need to know new things all the time. I'm very curious. I'm extremely curious. I love listening to people's stories, and I don't bother. I'm not scared of asking. I look nosy. Often, I guess people don't understand why I'm interested at what they do, what they've been through, where they're going, and such things. I'm really curious, and having, when I go to an event, for instance, I love networking, not for the chit chat, for which I'm not very good. I love it because among all the people that perhaps aren't willing to share things with me, I always hope and I trust and I believe that there will be a person that instead is going to give me that little prize, a little bit of their story, something that inspires me and gives me the courage to go ahead and they're doing new things. That makes me tick. What do you like the most in your current role, Sonia? In my current role, I am challenged all the time, and I have to face problems as they come without preparation. It's a totally emergent job. Coaching is just following a process and asking questions to help clients get where they want to be. It's their journey, it's their agenda, and I am there only as a witness and a guide and proposing, suggesting, pointing to a different direction and challenging them. I guess the challenge is the thing that I like the most, because I'm a challenging person naturally already, and in this job, this talent, this quality becomes help for somebody else. What's the best advice you did not follow? I actually have many. I listen to advice, and I tend to do my way. Anyway, I didn't follow many advices, but I really like to ask around and see what others would do. With the best intentions, when I get good advice, I do it. I follow it. The best advice I did not follow perhaps was when I was a teenager, and I was suggested to go to a professional school and not to study, not to take the more difficult, more intellectual path of the scientific high school, and then engineering for as a degree, because some people at the time didn't really trust me. But I was lucky, I must say, because I had mentors, role models all the time, a few professors at school who saw something in me and encouraged me anyway. While all around instead there wouldn't be that much trust otherwise. I've been lucky to find 1-2 people at a time supporting me. And that helped me, I think, not to follow the other advice. Although I had clear ideas on what I wanted, perhaps if those mentors hadn't been there, I wouldn't have been allowed anyway to go my way. This is not very clear, I guess. I hope you got what I mean. So what's your next big goal? I'm producing a tool for coaches, and I'm planning to get it on the market. It's a totally new venture. I've never sold anything produced by myself that I can remember without being in a company. So this is a new challenge for me, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying exploring different ways of doing it, materials which will be best for rendering it, the machines that I may need, the marketing side of it, and the use, of course, how people may use it. And I'm already thinking on how to move forward if this thing worked. This is my next goal. And your ultimate one? My ultimate one would be leaving a mark, leaving a sign on people who don't have a voice. So making a difference for people who can't do much by themselves, who need help, because I've been supported all through my life. I had help, and if it wasn't for that help from government, from family, from mentors, I couldn't have done, I wouldn't have gone where I've gone. And so I think that we need to give back, and my ultimate goal would be to give back to the people who deserve better and don't have the opportunities otherwise. Bye!